In recent weeks, we've seen lots of different corporations, AT&T, Bank of America, insurance companies nationwide, Boeing, all announce that they're giving their employees these one-time bonuses, Comcast as well, of $1,000 just because the Republicans passed their tax cut package for the wealthy and for corporations, and they're going to show us exactly how well trickle-down economics works. So everybody, most everybody at these companies is going to get $1,000 because that's what you get from these tax cuts. Walmart today announced that, you know what, they're increasing their starting wage to $11 for every employee in every store all throughout this country. You're starting at $11. You're getting a bonus if you qualify for it, which most people didn't catch that part. And we're going to start giving you benefits. Well, here's the thing. None of these are either have anything to do with the tax cut package or they're not long-term and sustainable. In the case of Walmart, the reason they're raising their wages has nothing to do with the tax cut package, even though they say it does. It has everything to do with the fact that their competitors, specifically Target, just announced that they were increasing their starting wages and the benefit packages for their employees, and Walmart was suffering from a very severe shortage of employees throughout this country because they weren't competing with other places who were paying their employees decent wages. So they decided to react to the market and raise their wages. Had nothing to do with tax breaks because they could have done this at any point in the past. They had the money. The little Walton children, who are still the main shareholders of Walmart, each pocket billions of dollars every single year in profit. They had the money to do this from day one. They just chose not to, and they want to give the credit to Donald Trump and the Republicans, even though that is completely dismissed from reality. These other companies, AT&T, Comcast, Boeing, Nationwide, Pfizer, these companies that are giving people $1,000 bonuses, what is $1,000 spread over 12 months? Because that's basically your raise. That's all you're getting. And what's even worse about it, it's just a one-time thing. Your paychecks are not going to increase every time you get them. Your paychecks are probably going to be no different today than they were at this point last year. They're not raising wages, and many have announced that they have no plans to increase wages and that these bonuses, yes, were a one-time thing. And many of the companies that actually gave out these bonuses are laying off workers later in the year. So even if you got your $1,000 because of the tax cut, you're going to find yourself unemployed in the next 3 months. These companies are trying to convince us that this tax cut worked and that it's going to trickle down to the rest of us. But it's all a facade. None of it is true. Watch what these companies do over the last few months once people stop paying attention. The fact that they gave these bonuses out right after the tax cut passed, before they ever even got any savings, proves that it had nothing to do with the tax cut. But they want us to think that it did. And in 2-3 months, when they think that we've forgotten, things are going to go back to being just as bad for these employees as they always were, because they're not going to get raises. And many of these same companies have announced that they're not going to spend these savings on workers or expanding their businesses. And instead, they're going to use this money and redistribute it amongst their shareholders. The average employee is going to end up with nothing. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.